Okay guys, funnily enough, it has been so hot in Mumbai that the phone heated up and the temperature was too high, so the phone completely calmed down. So we are back to it again. You haven't missed anything. We're still heating the milk up. We're not going to take the camera too close because it's heating up way too much. Okay, so my milk, I've increased the temperature up. It's still reducing. I'm going to wait for it to thicken up a little more. So just about Kalakand. Kalakand was actually in 1940s. It was actually something which originated in Alwar, Rajasthan. Every place has a different version. My favorite version, because I grew up in Guwahati, is from Bharatiya Jalpan in Guwahati. I absolutely love it. Every time I go back to Guwahati, if there's anybody traveling, I have to have the Kalakand from there. The milk is still reducing. Now, when you go to the mithai shops, what they actually do to split and curdle the milk is they use fitkari. They don't usually use lemon juice or any other citric acid. They actually prefer using fitkari. You will also see that there are a lot of different flavors in Kalakand. You will see mango, you will see kesar pista. If you are looking for kesar pista, what you need to do in the milk right now at this stage, take a little bit of your saffron, infuse it and put it in. If you're looking for a mango Kalakand, towards the end, just make sure that instead of 500 grams of milk, you've taken 300 grams of milk, and towards the end, when your Kalakand is almost done, when the paneer has almost absorbed the milk, add in 1 cup of mango pulp.
Just ask again if the voice is audible.
Guys, am I audible? If you could still again just give me a thumbs up, please.
I'm going to take it from here so that it doesn't come.
Okay, also this is the paneer, which we rinsed it off twice. So now we're going to put this in once the milk just reduces a little more. For all you Weight Watchers out there who don't want to take sugar, you can actually substitute the sugar for erythritol or stevia, anything which is, or even a sugar-free powder. It works perfectly well. Just use it at the end. Guys, if you have any questions, you can actually just leave it down there in the comments. Now, if you can actually see, not going to zoom in too much because worried that the temperature will again go up. Our milk, we started it here and we reduced it fairly enough. So at this stage, I'm going to add in the paneer.
The question, can we use jaggery?
You could use jaggery, but the only thing with jaggery is it's going to lend a little bit of a brownish color to it. If you're okay with it, it's absolutely fine. Try and grate your jaggery and then add it in. But again, towards the end. Now, there are few things you need to be very careful with Kalakand. Keep stirring. If you don't stir it enough, the solids will again settle down to the bottom, brown it, and that's not the color you're ideally looking for. You need to make sure that you add your sugar towards the end. Add your sugar towards the end. If you do add your sugar in the beginning or in the middle, now sugar actually, when it liquefies, it actually becomes a caramel and it gives out a brown color. You want your Kalakand to be white in color and not brown in color. So yeah, take it towards the end. If you want, you could also use...
Watch your end talk so it's more audible.
If you want, you could also use the low-fat toned milk that we get from Amul. Yes, it will compromise a little bit on the taste because the fatness will actually come down, but otherwise it's perfect if you're a Weight Watcher. I'm going to keep stirring it and I'm going to quickly wipe my face. Sorry guys, it's too hot here. Again, back to stirring it. Also, I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like once it's done. So we're just going to zoom in here. This is what it's supposed to look like once it's done, which will be after some time of setting. Also, I've mentioned the ingredients in our description box. I've also given a link to my Instagram profile. You could always come visit me there. If you have any questions, you could ask me and I'd be happy to clarify. Now we're going to continue stirring, continue to evaporate the milk till the time it's thick enough and there's not a lot of liquid left to it. At that stage, we're going to add in the sugar and also the mithai milk. Continue stirring. Put it in a greased dish. So what I've done, I've taken a little bit of the amul butter, just greased it so it's easier to take it out at the end. And then we leave it in the fridge. Now, regarding the storing of Kalakan, it is something which is very delicate, moist, super soft. So you don't want to leave it uncovered in your fridge. You have to leave it in the fridge overnight if you've not consumed all of it the same day itself. So if you keep it in the fridge, cover it with a cling film or with a plate or with a foil paper so that the moisture doesn't evaporate and it doesn't become a little hard. And there are a lot of ways you can have it. I love it just to consume it as it is. You could also just make a smoothie of this, put in a little bit of milk. If there's any other aromats you want to put in, blend it up, have it as a smoothie. It's a very simple, straightforward dish. Half an hour to 40 minutes in totality, from the beginning to the end. Do we have any questions? Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to post in your comments below. Continue to stirring it again. Are there any questions? Anything else people want to know?
Just be loud and ask if there are any questions. Ask them.
Guys, do you have any questions? Feel free to post. I'll also tell you a little bit about myself. So, I've actually studied chartered accountancy. I grew up in Guwahati and then I was in Bangalore for 10 years. I worked there in an MNC. But I've always loved baking and cooking so much that I decided to switch over. I went to London. I studied patisserie at Le Cordon Bleu, London. Absolutely loved it. Moved back to India, and now that I'm married in Mumbai, I've started my own patisserie here and absolutely love it. Now, you might be wondering, Kalakands is actually not...
There's a question.
Yeah,
People
sorry.
want to know how much milk.
1 liter. Sorry. That's it. 1 liter divided into 2.
And when someone's asking what's the difference between a milk cake and a Kalakan.
It's the same. It's the same. You will also see a lot of times that the milk cake would actually be brown in color. That's because you add the sugar in first so that it caramelizes a little bit. Okay, so another question that I have always thought about. Instead of making paneer at home, can we actually use store-bought paneer, grate it and put it in? You could, I wouldn't recommend it. There is something special about making paneer at home fresh. The richness, the sweetness, and the moisture which a homemade fresh paneer would always be much more to a store-bought paneer. So I would strongly advise that make your paneer at home. If nothing, buy paneer from store, Make sure that it's still very moist. Grate it, put it in. For that, you need around 150 to 200 grams of paneer if you're using store-bought paneer. Now, if you can see, it's reduced quite a bit, and we still have the white color. That's what we're aiming at. Okay, I'm going to quickly wipe my face because it's really hot here. You don't have to show that. Thank you. Okay guys, no, you can't use honey or maple syrup or any of that for this. It's actually going to make your, it's going to be so liquidy that it's not going to help your kalakand set. If the only alternative is jaggery, otherwise you use stevia, you use anything which is in powder form and it works beautifully. So regarding the flavoring, you can use elaichi powder. You can also use kevra or rose water with it. I am not a very big fan of kevra, so I'm going to leave that out. But you could use both or either, or actually not use any of it. That also works. It's totally your preference. What flavor and aromats would you like? So we are nearly 5 to 8 minutes away for the paneer to actually take on all of the milk. A lot of people, so there are different types of kalakand. A lot of people like it more granular. I personally prefer mine to be uniform and smooth. If you see, I don't like too many chunks in it. Okay, so I was talking about myself and I'm going to go back to it. So, because I'm a patisserie chef, you might be wondering why I decided to teach kalakand. Due to the lockdown, I've genuinely missed mithais. I'm big on mithai and so is everybody in my place here, especially my father-in-law. And I really wanted to do something, but something which did not take too much time and something which is a little foolproof because I was too scared. This was one that I absolutely loved. It was loved by everybody at home and we did it again and again.
There's a question, chef. How much paneer?
In case you're using store-bought paneer, around 150 grams to 200 max. But if you're making it at home, okay, I'm just going to quickly go through it again for everybody who's joined us now. 1 liter of milk divided into two, 500 grams each. Out of the first 500 grams, you make your paneer. You wash it twice, you add it to the other 500 grams. When it is reduced to half, then keep cooking it on high heat. If you're stirring, if you're not stirring enough, cook it on low heat. Wait for the paneer to actually absorb all the milk and wait to that stage now. It's quite thick now, but it will take a little more time. Also, I love mango kalakand, and especially now because mangoes are in season. If you want to add the pulp, this is the time. Make sure that you use 200 grams less of your milk, and at this stage is when you add in your mango pulp. You have to be very careful while cooking mango kalakand. If you heat up mango, it loses all its flavor, so you cannot afford to do that. And it will lose its color and will become an orangish, dull color, which is not what you're looking at. Okay, it's almost done. I'm going to just take the temperature down a little bit. Okay, now at this stage I'm going to add a little bit of elaichi powder. If you are adding kevra, you can add it towards the end. you can actually see, it has almost evaporated and it's still white in color. That is what we're looking at. Just in case there's a malai or a brown film that forms niche, don't whisk it in. Let it be, or kind of move your paneer to the side, take a spoon, scrape it off.
Someone's asking mango pulp or piece.
Pulp. It'll have to be pulp. You will not be able to put in the piece here. Only if you put the pulp will it actually kind of, the paneer will soak it all in. Okay, at this stage I'm adding my sugar. Now the sugar will melt. Don't take it too close and heat up again. And 1 tablespoon of Amul Mithai milk. Now if you like your mithai more sweeter, go ahead and put a little more. I like it at this, so I'm going to leave it at this. I don't like my mithais to be too sweet. If you can see, now it's going to start taking on a little brown color, that brownish tinge. That's because the sugar is actually caramelizing. And we're almost there, just a couple of more minutes. Guys, this is going to be just 3-4 minutes more. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask now.
Someone's asking, can we avoid condensed milk?
Absolutely, leave it out. You don't have to necessarily do it, but you need to understand condensed milk is actually milk that has been heating over time, so it has that richness to it, it has sugar to it. If you don't want it too sweet, leave it out. Feel free to adjust the sweetness according to your liking. How much pulp? It's around 150 to 200 grams. So basically 1 big mango. Pulp for that is enough. We're almost there. You have to keep continuously stirring it, otherwise it will most definitely form a film. Now also you don't want it to be super dry, because if it's super dry it's not going to be moist. It's literally going to be like having a sweetened paneer. That's not what you're looking for. You need that richness when you take a bite into it.
Someone's asking if there is mango pulp, do we reduce the quantity of milk?
Yes, by 200 grams. So 1-to-1 ratio. But mango pulp will go in at the end. You cannot use it in the beginning, because if you do, it's going to become orange. It's going to have that. You don't like a cooked mango, right? It's a fresh fruit, so you want to use it at that. Okay, can we kind of just show the consistency now? Can you see the milk has almost evaporated?
No.
A minute more and then we put it onto our dish. Now take anything, do you have a tin, use a tin, any other bowl, grease it with a little bit of butter. I've used almond butter here, just so that it's easy when you take it out.
Someone's asked, is it possible can we caramelize sugar separately, then add in the reduced milk?
No, don't do that. Why bother doing so much effort? Just take your sugar and put it 5 minutes prior. It'll caramelize on its own. Okay, I'm gonna now put this in. Pour this in my dish. Taking to the sides, flatten it. Now I like to have a little milk running in from the sides because when you set it, it's going to start absorbing that. Flatten it out. Okay. Adding in some shaved pistachios, some almonds, and saffron. And just lightly press this in. Now if you see, the milk solids are not running out, it's just a little bit of milk. You want that. That actually shows that there is still a lot of moisture, so when it sets, it's still going to be moist and not completely dry. That's it. This goes into the fridge for at least a couple of hours. Take it out, cut it out, and this is what you have. And that's your Kalakand right there. So thank you everybody who's been a part of this. I'm so glad, and I'd again like to thank Amol. My name again, Chef Guntas. You could follow me on Instagram, and if you have any questions, more than welcome to ask me there. Thank you so much.